Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On first and 10, Love. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity that went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He is going to find Hill here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So it can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
66, fully high. Watch twins. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Under 10. 10. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Wide. Get wide.
They begin with a run by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Slam. Check.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check the backer.
They'll run on first down. Jefferson. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off play action. Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got that wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 52. No, 26 Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Check 9, check 9. Check 31, check 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Run it. Check 1.
They'll drop the throw. And Walker has it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Third and 3.
Set, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Pick up the ball. Sponge. No. 22, Jet, over. 22, Jet, over. Be ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Check the call. Check 26, check 26. Switch.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He's going to loft one deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Back to the air on second down. Love. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Love. He sets to fire deep. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down carry for Davis. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, it's Davis. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Watch safety creep. Watch it. Safety's creeping. Squeeze. Let's go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike's 57. 57. Mike. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, Jefferson. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
On first down, Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
64, weak. We got July 7, let's go. Kill, dogs off. Kill, turn up. Bang, bang. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Check 3. 36. Check 4.
On first down, it's Davis. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. Now back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You got track right there. Good. I got you. Watch twin. Go. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
2nd and 10. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Come on. 10. Under 10. 10. Go. Banjo. Tighten up. Tighten. Wide. Banjo. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on first down. Jefferson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10.
Kill.
first down. It's Davis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it again here with Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Go. SOS.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Davis. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, he's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 43.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line.
Check 13. Tight dog. Check 1.
They'll run with Davis, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, no. Hey, keep on. Patch it. Deuce.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off.
That's darn right.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Room here to run. The 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads, and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
On the toss, here's Balaj. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Again, it's Balaj. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Ready, go.
Throwing on first down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back to throw. Love. And going deep for Hill. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. operating from the gun. Love. He's got a man. Complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check nine. Single, slot. Joker.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. To throw from his end zone. Love. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 99 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Balaj. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
53, Mike. White.
2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Slam. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. No. Off. Watch out.
They'll run here with Balaj. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos push further out, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And this will remain a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've had to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Check 15. Check 15.
On fourth down, Love. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Check, check, 59. Set a tone. Shift, shift. Back. Check. You go take.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Watch the safety creep. Watch twist. 25. Check 25.
Balaj. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey. 4 down. Zoom. Tighten up. Wide.
They'll set up to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. It's caught. Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go. 26 yards. Watch the slip. Check 49. Kill. Slip. Check. Hey. Hot.
They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Broncos, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.